Mrs. Sundell became our new history teacher. There were rumors that she'd been kicked out of her old school for rupturing the eardrum of one of her students. Apparently, that student was deaf, and she blew an air horn right next into his ear to prove that it Mrs. Sundell became our new history teacher. There were rumors that she'd been kicked out of her old school for rupturing the eardrum of one of her students. Apparently, that student was deaf, and she blew an air horn right next into his ear to prove that it wouldn't affect him. But of course, it did affect him. His eardrum ruptured, and he had to be taken to the hospital.
What the fuck? Like, actually putting an air horn in his fucking ears? Also, hi guys, I'm back. It's me, Atrocious the Clown, not ATR, trust me. Also, I've been recording on my second channel, ATR Ace. Go subscribe, pretty epic. Gaming content with some edgy jokes. I know people like the edge.
Because blood started running out of his ear. So everyone knew Mrs. Sundell was a bit crazy. And one time, while talking about the Holocaust, she suddenly burst into tears. I wondered if it was because she was Jewish and had lost part of her family to the Nazis. But then she explained that her husband had dumped her the day before for a younger woman. To be frank, I thought it was tasteless of her to tell us students about her private life.
He left me, that Nazi son of a bitch. He wasn't actually a Nazi, he didn't hate Jewish people, but still, he left me for a woman. And I'm a Twitter user, so anyone who doesn't treat me right is a Nazi. I'm so sorry, guys. He's just a Nazi. He also told me that one time he didn't love me. That makes him a super Nazi.
While discussing an event as tragic as the Holocaust. But I knew she had mental issues. So the next day after class, when all other students had left the classroom, I gave her flowers and said, "I'm sorry you were going through a divorce, Mrs. Sundell, but I believe in you." Now, let me preface that I was 18 years old at the time, and nothing that happens in this story is illegal. Of course, Mrs. Sundell was an attractive woman, but I never planned on becoming her lover.
Oh. Okay, this is... what? Okay. So, do they not have the safeguarding laws in the US to stop this type of shit? Because they still technically have power over you. What? Huh? What? I'm confused. What the fuck? Is this why kids get doodled with at America? They get their dangles doodled with. What the fuck? What the fuck? This is like the 5th American kid in these videos that got dangled by a doodle teacher.
You are such a gentleman. No problem. And enjoy your weekend. Wait. I hope you don't mind me asking, but are you free this Saturday? Free for what? Oh, I'm gonna cook some pasta. And I haven't been on a first date in years. So why don't you come over? Of course, I accepted the offer. Mrs. Sundell was gorgeous after all, but in hindsight, I realized that Mrs. Sundell was also mentally unstable, and that maybe I was taking advantage of her recent breakup. I mean, the first time I visited her home, she immediately introduced me to her 8-year-old daughter and said, "Hey, look who your mom is dating now. He's one of my students and super cute."
Oh my gosh, he's probably not much older than daughter, you fucking nonce. Oh my fucking god. He's still in school. It's kind of bad if you're over his age and a fucking teacher, man. What the fuck?
Stalking you? Yeah, he always parks somewhere near my house and watches where I go and who visits me. So he might have seen me come into your house today? He probably did. And I warn you, he is violent. She said that with a big smirk on her face, as if she wanted her husband to find out about me and beat me up.
I swear you can't be more of an idiot than you. Like, what the fuck? Like, how much of a fucking retard are you to stay in a fucking dangerous situation and go, "Oh yeah, she hot, bro." Fucking retard. Your brain is so, like, so fucked, it's more fucked than Lana Rhodes. I don't know. My man actually has a beating kink and actually wants to get beaten the fuck out of by a 40-year-old man.
Want nothing to do with me. Oh God, she was so immature. I should have stayed away from her as far as I could, but I wanted to make sure her daughter was safe from her stepdad. So I told her I would spend the night at her place to protect them. I was sleeping in her bed when in the middle of the night, someone knocked on the front door. Oh no, it's my husband. If he finds out you are here, he will kill you for sure. I was afraid, but also determined. I picked up a
Bro's more like in danger than a pedophile in a prison. He is so fucking dead.
lamp, followed Mrs. Sundell to the entry door, and said, "Don't let him inside, and if he tries to hurt you, I will knock him out with a lamp, okay?" Yeah, that's a great plan. But Mrs. Sundell opened the door, and her husband's first question was, "Why do you have a black eye? Did someone hurt you?" Oh, don't you remember?
Okay, on the risk of sounding like an incel, I reckon she's faking that shit, bro. She's probably faking it. If she's not faking it, then I'm probably an incel. One of the two. Yeah. Oh wait, I'm joking about that shit, bro. I don't fucking suck off whatever his name is, the one that likes cuties and is trying to have beef with Moist Critical.
You got drunk and hit me. What are you talking about? I've been sober for 6 months. And anyway, why did you send me an SMS 20 minutes ago telling me to immediately come over? What? I didn't send you a message. And you can't come into my house right now because I have a visitor. Oh my God. Did Mrs. Sundell just tell her husband that I was here? Did she want him to kill me? What? You brought another man into my...
Bro's more dead than a fucking rapper on a Tuesday getting shot by a fucking drive-by. I don't know.
My house? You are cheating on me? We are getting divorced. Have you already forgotten? Mrs. Sundell's husband pushed her to the side and stepped into the house. I wasn't sure if I should use the moment of surprise and knock him out with my lamp, or instead try to talk to him and explain myself. But I had no time to think. So when his bald head came through the door, I swung the lamp right at him. However, this guy was jacked and...
Bro's so stupid that he can't even knock someone out right. Like, what the fuck? Like, I've never personally knocked out a person, but, yeah, this guy's a jackass. Like, how can you fail like this?
just blocked my swing with his arm. Then he grabbed me by the throat and pushed me with all his strength against the wall. He was much stronger
Harder,
than me,
Daddy,
but
harder,
as a
trust
last
me.
resort, I kicked him in the nuts, which actually brought him to his knees. Then I told Mrs. Sundell to immediately call the police. I can't do that. He is still my husband.
See, I told you I'm not an incel. I just hate women. Okay, on that note, I'm ending the video. Have a great one. I'll see you in the next one. Fuck off. I know it's been this is also something I'm gonna say quickly. Sorry about abandoning this channel for 3 months. I'm not planning on posting as many shorts because I don't like posting commentary shorts because commentary shorts just don't feel right to me. I just forgot to upload to this channel. That's it. I've cancelled the Meowba video, the Paul Breach one, because I just don't care about that shit. Other people can do it. I'll just do this for my commentary from now on. On that note, bye bye my By the way, I was going to say ninjas, I'm not racist.